Peace and blessings. Today is day 3 of our 40-day prayer journey. I'm Io. I'm reading from Science of Mind, the Science of Mind, Science of the Mind, whatever the title actually is. It's a book by Ernest Holmes. Holmes. It's my favorite book. Highly recommended to you all. And we're reading from chapter 18 in the 1938 edition under this section, Thought Atmosphere. I am so excited. Okay, so it says spiritual mind healing is a result of the constructive use of a mental law, which the world is gradually beginning to understand. Since we're thinking beings and cannot stop thinking, and since creative mind receives our thought and cannot stop creating, it must always be creating something for us. What it will create depends wholly upon what we are thinking, and what we shall attract will depend upon that on which our thoughts dwell. Thought can attract to us that which we first mentally embody, that which has become part of our mental makeup, a part of our inner understanding. Every person is surrounded by a thought atmosphere. This mental atmosphere is the direct result of his conscious and unconscious thought, which in its turn becomes the direct reason for and cause of that which comes into his life. Through this power, we are either attracting or repelling. Like attracts like. And it is also true that we may become attracted to something which is greater than our previous experience by first embodying the atmosphere of our desire. Taking as the starting point the idea that the essence of life is God. So, taking as the starting point the idea that the essence of man's life is God, it follows that he uses the same creative process. Everything originates in the one, comes from the same source, and returns again to it. As God's thoughts make worlds and peoples them with living things, so our thought makes our world and peoples it with our experiences. By the activity of our thought, things come into our life, and we are limited only because we have not known the truth. We have thought that outside things controlled us, when all the time we have had within which would have changed everything and given us freedom from bondage. Everyone automatically attracts to herself, just what she is. And we may set it down that whatever we are, however intolerable the situation may be, we are just where we belong. There is no power in the universe but ourselves that can free us. Someone may help us on the road to realization, but substantiality and permanence can only come through the consciousness of our own life and thought. Woman must bring herself to the place in mind where there is no misfortune, no calamity, no accident, no trouble, no confusion, where there is nothing but plenty, peace, power, life, and truth. She should definitely daily, using her own name, declare the truth about herself, realizing that she is reflecting her statements into consciousness and that they will be operated upon it by spirit. So take a deep breath in. I'm really excited today. Like, it's been such an amazing day for me. I got all the rest I needed. I did some aromatherapy with Young Living essential oils. Not really shouting them out because I don't really sell them anymore. Actually, I think I can sell them. Anyways, I have the Citrus Fresh, some sage, and some flowers here. I got all the rest I needed, and I spoke to one of my best friends from high school. I spoke to my girls. I spoke to Venetia and Fati. Wrote some stuff, got some things off my chest. I'm lighting some more sage right now. And all in all, today has been a really wonderful day. So it's a good time to pray now that I'm relaxed. Like I said the other day, the first step to effective prayer is to calm down, to relax, to get still. We do that by taking a few deep breaths, getting rooted, grounded, feeling stable. This now present moment where life is easy. We know that God is with us always, would never leave us or forsake us. Being our very spirits, God is always with us, always listening and always communicating. God is our very self. In fact, we are extensions of source energy. We are individualized expressions of the Creator. That's why we are creators. Knowing that God in us is absolute power, unconditional, irrevocable, indestructible, invincible love. Loving us every step and turn of the way, guiding, guarding, protecting us, informing us through our intuition every step and turn of the way. God is always with us. Knowing this, we turn now to receive our wisdom, our prosperity, our love, our grace, our freedom, our bliss, our joy directly from the source of all things good. Knowing that the spirit within is ever giving of itself and withholds no good thing from us ever, we have to receive this gift though. So we receive it in thought by contemplating the truth that we are loved always, that we are safe, guided, that we are protected, knowing that we are prospered, and that our very life is the life of God living through us. Knowing that God is animating every cell in our bodies, that God is alive in every cell of our bodies. So our bodies come now into alignment with perfect health because God is health itself. And our minds are now receptive to the perfect ideas for the creation of the lives that we desire to live, complete with wealth expansion and perfect prosperity, perfectly permanent prosperity. And we're grateful now because we know that all things work out for our good since we love God. We love God. We love knowing that the absolute power in existence is always with us, listening to us and acting on our thoughts, translating every thought that we meditate upon into our new reality. There's nothing we can't do. We are strengthened by the Christ consciousness within us. So we are overjoyed in this moment. Grateful because we know who we are and we know whose we are. Grateful because we can direct our lives by directing our thoughts. The change begins right here and right now. We think on those things that are good, pleasant, blissful, delightful. We focus on those things that are true, those things that deserve our focus. We let go thinking about things that we don't want to perpetuate or continue creating. And we focus now on the loving relationships that we're drawing into our lives. We focus on the character that we are now demonstrating in our lives. We focus on handling our responsibilities with grace, poise, and power. We focus on taking care of our children and our siblings and our loved ones with utmost respect, high honor, pure integrity, so much love and so much grace. We focus on making use of the endless stream of wealth and abundance and prosperity that comes into our life. We are so grateful for our homes, our healthy bodies, our harmonious relationships, our pleasurable activities, and all of the things that we get to learn, and the books we get to read, and the people that we have the pleasure of being friends with. We are grateful for our freedom and our salvation, which is our inheritance, our birthright, which is the fact of our being. We are grateful for that freedom, that we have the freedom to create the lives that we choose, the relationships that we choose, the wealth that we choose. And we choose these things now consciously in thought, taking time every single day to call ourselves blessed and holy and divine and chosen and taken care of, knowing that God's order is the order of our life. Grateful that we now submit our wills to do the will of the Most High God, understanding that by yielding to God, our absolute best life can continuously unfold for us. We receive it all. under grace, starting now and forevermore. I release this word to law, confident that it is done unto us as we say and as we believe, knowing that God hears us because God always hears us. We consider it done, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. Amen. Talk to you tomorrow.